It's Tuesday Hoops. Up next, the Spaniard, Pau Gasol, and the Los Angeles Lakers go up against the Boston Celtics and their always accurate bombardier, Ray Allen. Lakers, Celtics, coming up next.
The Celtics, led by their big 7-footer Kevin Garnett, getting here earlier today. We're holding court at the home of the Celtics here in beautiful Boston, Massachusetts. 2K Sports presents our NBA broadcast. We're glad you could be with us. And now the Lakers starting group. Powell and Bynum filling up the middle. Kobe and Artest are the wingmen, and Fisher. And for Boston, Pierce and KG at the 3 and the 4. Rondo and Allen make up the backcourt, and Perkins. Great history between these two teams. Clark doesn't get much better than Boston, Los Angeles, Lakers, Celtics for some intensity.
Without question. I mean, you go back and think about all of the championship series these teams have competed against one another in. I mean, I think it's not only the premier rivalry in the NBA, I think it's one of the great rivalries in the history of all sports, especially at the professional level, because there was always so much at stake when these two teams teed up.
Always great names.
Big time names.
Characters along the way.
Yeah, Hall of Famers across the board on both sides.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, I caught up with head coach Phil Jackson. He thinks the biggest battle for them is simply finding the space to operate effectively on offense. He said this is a team that plays so tight defensively that you can feel like you don't have room to breathe. The only way to exploit that is with most of the ball and efficient passing. Gentlemen?
Thanks, Doris. Clark, so much for advanced scouting.
Sometimes that's a false prophecy, though, and you have to adjust to what the other team is coming out and running.
And going back to this rivalry, Clark, with the recent finals meetings and back this last year, it's picking up right again with this regular season.
Well, you love to see that. I mean, it's unbelievably good for the league when you have these two teams with such great tradition and history and excellence going at it again.
Nice job at the line, and that one falls to pick up the and one. Probably the big surprise of the playoffs last year was how the Boston Celtics ended up really taking it to the Cavaliers.
You know, Kevin, it went 6 games, but you could kind of tell that the Celtics were in full control of that. The Cavs never really seriously threatened.
Here's Garnett. Nails the easy jumper. Here's Fisher. He's covered by Rondo. Rondo against Fisher. Here's Kobe. Again, the Lakers. You know, Clark, just thinking back to that Cavs-Celtics series for just a second, Rondo was absolutely huge for them. Do you think that's when it became apparent that this is his team going on?
Well, I think so, Kevin. I mean, he really stepped up and took ownership of this team, but you still have to give credit to the older guys, too, now. KG, Pierce, and Allen, they were all great in that series as well.
Here's Fisher. Ray Allen picking up that last basket. Ray Allen, even at his age, is still a sight to behold when he takes that jump shot.
Yeah, he really is. He's got one of the sweetest jump shots we've ever seen in the history of the game. As pretty a shot as we'll see. And not just because it looks good, it goes in, too.
And here's Kobe for 3. Kept alive. The shot's good from Bynum. Bynum's got his first 2 points.
That's great hustle there, Kevin. Persistence paid.
Here's Rondo. The dump off. Garnett. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Garnett's got his second basket. So with Ray Allen, Clark, do you see him being that way for the next few years, a specialist?
You know, he's a better all-around player than people have given him credit for. I mean, his shooting is so superb and so special that that's what draws the most attention. But he's a good all-around basketball player.
He stretches those defenses, though, with that shot.
Yeah, he does. They're really doing a nice job, a really good job of getting everything they want in this quarter. Just good, solid basketball.
Now here's Rondo. It's Pierce on the wing. from about 16, and Garnett gets it to go on the assist by Pierce. Garnett's got 6. And Fisher kicks to Kobe. Our test on the way. Pierce covering over Garnett, and again it's the Lakers. Here's Rondo. 2:42 left in the first. Allen kicks to Pierce. Great D that time from our test.
I think the defense was crowding him a little bit, threw him off some, so he had to fade just to get room to shoot, and then couldn't adjust.
And Fisher kicks to Kobe. It's stolen by Rondo.
Make the easy pass. That's what happens when you don't.
Garnett outside. And here's Perkins. Bynum on it. A jump hook. No good from Perkins. Lakers leading by 6. Fisher with the ball. Jump off pass. Kobe works against Rondo. Pass to our test. Let's loose for 3. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. Our test's got 5. So the Celtics call timeout. They're first. Let's swing it over to Doris Burke.
Well, guys, midway through last season, Ron Artest stepped on the scale and it read 266 pounds. He decided to lose some weight, so he started to eat fish and vegetables and doing some more running. He said, I'm trying to get my defense back to what it was a couple of years ago. I think the running has helped me shed a lot of weight. Guys, Artest, a tough defender, but staying light helps him defend smaller forwards. Guys, back to you.
Smart move, Doris. He can play some 4, but the 3 definitely his best position. Here's what Boston's going with right now. Jermaine O'Neal is checked in for Perkins. And Glenn Davis subbed in for Kevin Garnett. And the Lakers making a change here. Here's Rondo. Connects! Rondo's got his first points in this one. Here's Kobe. He's got 5. Looking at this Laker team along with Dallas, LA have the best record against the East of all the Western Conference teams.
And Kevin, not surprisingly, those were your top 2 seeds in the West when the regular season came to an end.
Now here's Gasol. Here's Blake, and the Lakers tack on 2 more.
That's exactly where the coach wants him to get his shot, Kevin, right there from mid-range.
Here's Rondo. A strong finish to throw it down, and he'll go to the line for 1 more. It's going to be on Kobe Bryant. Going back to the Lakers' East record, having a good or even greater inter-conference record is a key to winning just at the beginning your division.
Yeah, and not only your division, but beyond that, Kevin, if you want to win the West, you need to be able to beat teams from the East, and that's exactly what they did.
And these conferences take great pride overall in the kind of teams they have, and I think right now it's fair to say that the West has a little bit of an advantage.
Yeah, I think that's been the case for most of the last decade when you take a look at it.
Blake misses. Celtics trail by 7. Now Rondo. Guarded by Blake. Arcs it high. Rondo. Good. Rondo's got his second best of the game. Here's Blake. 23 seconds left in the first quarter. Back to our test. Pass to Bryant. He's against Allen. With the fadeaway, and the Lakers tack on 2 more. Here's Rondo. For 3. Allen's shot is off. Here's Odom. The tray, it's blocked. First quarter over, and big numbers up on the board. Lakers lead by 7.
Well, they're in control of the backboard. Good rebounding is so often a big key to winning basketball games.
And we'll return momentarily. Now the second quarter about to start. And here are the Celtics now. They trail by 7. So with Kobe sitting on the bench, this is Phil Jackson's lineup. Odom at the 4 and Powell at the 5. Steve Blake is out there with Derek Fisher and Barnes. And they double up Gasol. Over Rondo. And again, it's the Lakers.
Great awareness makes him a dangerous threat every time down the floor.
Seeing Gasol, Clark, I'm reminded of a quote about him from LaMarcus Aldridge when he said he's a great passer. He fits into the system so well because they have so many threats. He's right.
Yeah, he's terrific as a passer, Kevin. He's smart, and it was a hand-in-glove fit with him in the triangle offense.
Here's Fisher following the score by Kevin Garnett. Here's Gasol, and Jermaine O'Neal pulls it down. Celtics trail by 7. Goes up. And great assist as he lays that one in.
Good execution on the break leads to a nice bucket.
Here's Fisher. Odom against Garnett.
That's going to take away from what he does. The team's going to have to pick it up on the defensive end.
With his versatility at 6'10", Odom's a great fit for the Lakers' triangle offense.
Yeah, I agree with that. Certainly I concur with that. I mean, he rebounds, he blocks shots. He's a terrific ball handler. He can pass it, and he can score inside and out. I mean, he's got everything you want in a guy coming off your bench.
No good on the free throw. He hits the second from the line. Clark, Odom is even more valuable on a deep squad like the Lakers because you can truly work him in at 3 separate positions.
And he can excel at all of them because he's that versatile.
Now here's Rondo. And here's Garnett. Pass to O'Neal. Odom on him. 4 on the shot clock. Kept alive. 4 seconds left. And Davis puts it in.
You have to block this guy out, Kevin. He's just too active on the boards to be left alone.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Boston making some changes. Kendrick Perkins, who's checked in for O'Neal. Pierce comes in for Glenn Davis. And Nate Robinson is subbed in for Rajon Rondo. The Lakers also changing it up. Bynum comes in for Pau Gasol. And Kobe is subbed in for Derek Fisher. Fans of the Celtics, they've built such a rapport with their franchise. Each generation, it seems, to grow. And Boston now is a veteran team. Well, frankly, though, one of the older teams in the NBA.
Absolutely, Kevin. And there were a lot of questions about if their window might be past closing. I think the way they played in May answered all of those questions, though. They still are a championship caliber team and can turn it on when they need to.
Now let's check in with the third member of our crew, Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, thank you. Well, the Lakers, the victors in a hard-fought classic final series. Lamar Odom said it was so hard. I respect those guys so much. They made us work. And Phil Jackson saying it wasn't well done, but it was done, and we did it with perseverance. Guys, the Celtics took them down to the wire, but in the end, the Lakers just found a way to get it done. Guys?
A classic final series, Doris. Thanks. First free throw is good. You mentioned turning it on. You wonder, though, if they're going to try to turn it on at some point and it won't happen.
Well, you know what? Maybe at some point that will be the case, but until that is the case, you've got to consider them as a title contender each year, especially if they're healthy.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
This Celtics team came away with 17 wins against the West last year. Solid numbers against a really tough conference.
Now here's Pierce. Guarded now by Lamar Odom. On defense, the Lakers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. That record Clark Boston had against the West, you mentioned those numbers were actually down 4 from a year ago for the Celtics.
Yeah, but across the board, they had a bit of a down year overall. It's hard to stay around 60-plus wins like they did, so you can't really blame them for that.
Connected on the shot, and he was fouled. A chance here for a 3-point play. No problem at the line here for the 3-point play.
There was a poll taken last season among NBA players asking which players had the best basketball IQ. Guess who came in first? Kobe Bryant.
No surprise there, huh?
None at all.
Here is Robinson. Pass to Garnett. Odom on him. Wafer. Blocked. Lakers leading by 7. Blake with it. Deflects the pass, and Robinson comes to help. Here's Blake, guarded by Robinson. Just 5 on the clock. Here's against Barnes. No up, so Boston will take it the other way. And Clark, talk about Kobe's understanding of the game. You know about his skill level, but his awareness on the court really sets him apart.
Yeah, it does, Kevin. I mean, he grew up in a basketball family. His father played in the NBA. Jelly Bean Bryant played for a number of years. So he was always around the game, but he took it to another level in his diligence in studying the game and recapturing and knowing its history.
Here's Odom. 2:09 left in the half. Here's Barnes. Odom on the wing. And yep, that falls, and the foul is called. We'll see him shoot one from the free throw line. So both teams making some changes here. No good there. He's unable to convert on the 3-point play. One thing you like about the Lakers, this is a team that not only Clark is a solid team at home, but they are just as terrific on the road.
Well, 23 road wins is a good mark, Kevin, but they won 29 the year before, so they did go a step back. But nonetheless, when you've got the kind of championship pedigree that this team has, you're not so much worried about what your numbers say as much as you are about how healthy you are and what level are we playing at when it's time to go in the postseason.
The first one falls. Both shots good from the stripe. In regards to performance on home court for Boston, 24 wins in the regular season for the Celtics last year. Not bad. Not great. Not bad.
Not typical of a championship contending team, but they were so dominant the year before that it did seem like they let down considerably with those 24 wins at home.
Clark, back to the Celtics at home. I'm sure fans will forgive them, though, after the way they played at home in the playoffs when they were really terrific.
Without question, Kevin. I mean, the way the Celtics have regrouped, the fans are extremely pleased. And you know what? They've had a fantastic playoff stretch because they found themselves healthy and fired up and focused.
And rested. That free throw good from Gasol.
How heard the word soft and rumblings that he got manhandled by the Celtics in the finals. He started lifting weights 2 to 3 times a week for the first time in his career.
How about that?
Yeah, he didn't want to get that sand kicked in his face anymore.
It paid off.
Yeah, it has.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
showing for your Celtics Davidson.
Here's Allen. Davis kicks to Perkins. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
They'll allow him to get that off all day.
Pierce against Artest. Pass to Odom. And Allen picks him up defensively. 4 on the clock. Here's Artest. Off from three-point land. And here are the Celtics now. It's a 10-point game. Here's Robinson. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That's on Derek Fisher.
That's a second team. At the line for the Celtics. Robinson taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. He's perfect from the line this time.
When you're trailing and trying to come back, this is a good way of extending the game. When you've got players that have a knack or the ability to draw fouls, when they attack the rim, they typically can get the call and get themselves to the stripe.
Now here's Gasol from the stripe. And the Lakers with another miss.
That's not something you'll see very often. Got the mid-range jumper he wanted, but off target.
Pierce, good.
Kicked it to the right guy at the right time. That's a good pass.
Here's Fisher. 31 seconds left in the second. It's a good look. Here's Gasol. Gasol can't get that one to fall.
He's had some problems finding the range here in this quarter.
Robinson. Back to Allen. From downtown.
Boy, after a mediocre first half, the defense has really come to play here. They've picked up the intensity. They've become much more aggressive and intense at that end of the floor, and that's why they've improved their effort there.
It's Tuesday in the NBA, and we're here with the HP Halftime Report to tell you all about it. The Los Angeles Lakers in front against the Celtics in Boston. Offensively, they're all over the court. The fans love this tempo of basketball. Pau Gasol's been doing his thing. At the break, 7 points. He's been all over the floor on the defensive end as well. And the Celtics still keeping at it. They'll need to play with more discipline and some intensity if they're going to win this game. Kendrick Perkins falling short in this one. Everything's been rimming out for him. He's got to be frustrated. Checking out the leading scorers from both sides in this one, you know they're ready to play a big second half. And now we send you back to our crew of Kevin, Clark, and Doris. Hope to see you next time.
And as the quarter begins, both teams have been trading blows like prize fighters. A close ball game. Celtics trail by 6. Lakers are a good defensive team last year. Clark holding their opponents to just 33% shooting from beyond the arc. We know the three-point shot is the great equalizer. To have that kind of three-point defense speaks volumes.
It really does, and that led the league in that particular category, Kevin. Teams that rely heavily on the three ball really struggled against the Lakers, and I think part of that was the length. The Lakers able to get out and challenge that three-point line, and everybody is conscious of making that a key part of what they do defensively.
Rondo, Allen, and Pierce for the perimeter. Garnett and Perkins in the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. That free throw good from Gasol. And the Lakers defense, Clark, with their personnel, it isn't hard to see why they were so successful at that. You talked about length a little bit earlier. It's length that's knowing the defensive rotations
Exactly.
and filling in when you need to fill in.
Exactly. Everybody helping one another, recognizing what you're trying to do in your game plan. We're going to make it tough for other teams to beat us from the three-point line. That means everybody's got to rotate. Everybody has to challenge shot. So it's a recognition, and then it's putting forth the effort to get those hands up on three-point shooters.
And the Celtics making a change here. Pierce. And another basket for Boston. A chance to see Paul Pierce out of Kansas in his 13th season in the NBA. He set new career highs in field goal percentage, three-point percentage, and free throw percentage a season ago.
Yeah, it was the second lowest scoring total of his career, but the shots he did take were quality shots. I think Rajon Rondo grew into his role in leading the offense and also scoring in the offense, and that allowed Paul, I think, to choose his spots a little more.
That's a great point.
Well, how about Kobe in this one? He's got 14 points, and he's also been solid at the foul line. 4 points for him from there.
And Kobe no good on that one. And Paul Pierce so tough to stop offensively. He hits threes, a great pull-up jumper. Great repertoire.
Yeah, he does have a very, very versatile offensive game, and I think he's a big reason the Celtics are so balanced offensively because he's willing to make the pass as well.
Here's Allen. Pocket four. Takes a three. And the rebound goes to Pau Gasol. Lakers leading by 6. Outside, Kobe. Pass to Gasol. Kobe against Allen. And Kobe the bucket with the assist by Gasol. 16 points for Kobe Bryant.
He's really one of the big reasons why they have the lead now. He's playing an extremely efficient game. It's fun to watch.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Making a switch here are the Celtics. O'Neal's checked in. Knocks it loose. Takes it up. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. O'Neal's got his second bucket.
Looks like they've made some adjustments, some good ones. They've really come out focused here in the second half. That's impressive.
Timeout called the Lakers. Lamar Odom. He's checked in for Andrew Bynum.
You've got to pay attention and protect the ball.
Here's Rondo. No good.
That shot didn't have a chance. He doesn't have the softest touch, and the defense was in his jersey. Got to look for a better shot.
Now Fisher. Gasol's in the post. O'Neal's there. Shoots. Left block. It's Gasol missing. Celtics trail by 6. Now here's Rondo. Back to O'Neal. Goes up. It's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. O'Neal's got 6 points. And here's Fisher. They lead by 4. Odom against Davis. Davis against Odom. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Here's Kobe. Banks it home. He's got 18.
When he gets it going like this, you've got to double team him. That's your only hope.
And seeing Kobe out there, you think about how he signed a 3-year contract extension last season.
Yeah, I think the deal made sense for both him and the Lakers, Kevin. Another window for a championship is certainly open, and they feel like they can get it done a few more times under his leadership.
Here's Fisher. 2:26 left in the third. Pierce against Artest. A fadeaway.
Just because you can pass at the last second doesn't mean you should make a habit of it.
Shoots from 12, and another basket for Boston. And the next collective bargaining agreement may limit the size of contracts. So Clark, a lot of the players, Kobe included, want to lock those contracts in right now.
Yeah, it certainly gives you a sense of maybe having some control in an environment where there is some economic uncertainty right now.
Makes a lot of sense. Here's Artest over Allen. And Kobe the bucket with the assist by Artest. 20 points for Kobe Bryant.
So far, they haven't found a way to stop him this quarter. He's really been active.
Rondo kicks to Pierce. O'Neal defended by Gasol. Easy shot. Jermaine O'Neal again. O'Neal's got 10 points in the game.
His height is really an advantage on that medium-range jumper. He can just rise up and pop it right over the defenders and get a good shot every time.
Here's Fisher. Shoots from 12, and the Lakers tack on 2 more.
He's been extremely active out there, and he has the stats to prove it. Terrific hustle.
Rondo against Fisher. Rondo kicks to O'Neal. Got a piece of it.
Well, Kevin, they've been fighting it out for the rebounds here, so far it's an even match in that area.
Davis against Fisher. Here's Odom, and he slams it home. Here's the replay on the Sprite Slam Cam.
Uh-oh, a little bit of a statement made there while he hung on the rim.
That's one way to make sure the whole building knows exactly what you just did. We'll see what the coach has drawn up. Will they opt for the quick shot? And here's Rondo. He has 6. Back to Davis. Odom on him. Throws it up. And that one's good by Davis. Davis has got his second basket of the game.
Here, they'll want to hold for one shot.
Gasol backing down. Nails the buzzer beater.
Boy, that's what I call a bailout there. He got the shot off just in time.
And the third quarter is over, and a good finish looks to be in store for all of us.
Kobe having just a fantastic game. He has 20 points, and his free throw numbers are good. 4 of his points have come from there. He's rolling, trying to put them on his back right here.
Back here in just a moment here in Boston. So as we get rolling here in the fourth, let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, for our Sprite Spark. Doris, take it away.
Hi, guys. Well, it was the stretch by the Lakers that garners the Sprite Spark today. With their run in the second quarter, they jumped on them early and have continued to hold their ground, guys.
Doris, thank you. Big scoring run there was the spark they needed.
Everything started to synergize, and once the ball was rolling, there was no stopping it.
Here's Blake. So with Gasol on the bench, this is Phil Jackson's lineup. Kobe and Artest are the wingmen. Odom plays the 4 with Bynum at the center. Odom against Garnett. Takes it up. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And the first one at the line is good. Shaq's checked in for Kevin Garnett. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Celtics trail by 7. Tipped. Rondo. Here's Robinson. It stays here.
Good defensive footwork shut down his path to the basket.
Here is Shaq. Goes up. Nice D from Odom. Blake with it. Hits the left of the rim and gets the friendly bounce. And the Lakers lead by 9. The Celtics on offense. They trail by 9 points. And Shaq backs down. And almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot 2 here.
That's a good call by the referee. There was definitely some contact on the release of the shot.
Shooting for Boston. Shaquille O'Neal. 2 shots.
That one is off. No good at the stripe this time. The second misses also. Lakers leading by 9. Here's Blake. On the line. Kept alive. Here's Bynum. And count that bucket right there. He keeps with it, and now a free throw shot for him. The Lakers with some changes. Pau Gasol is checked in for Odom. Barnes comes in for Ron Artest. And it's Brown in for Kobe. He can't complete the three-point play. And it's the Celtics with the ball. 11-point game. Here's Rondo. It's blocked. Here are the Lakers. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Now Blake. And a foul call. Almost got it to go in, but he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Shaq.
Contact certainly altered that shot. The official was right on top of it.
And the first one drops. Making a switch here are the Celtics. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Robinson. Just over 4 minutes left in the fourth. Now a timeout called by Boston. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. He was clearly fuming. He told them, "You guys look like you're sleepwalking out there." He said, "I don't know if you rolled out of the wrong side of the bed this morning or what, but we've got to step up and wake up. Guys?"
Here's Robinson. To end the run. That's good.
You can see that they're trying to open things up here to get back in the ball game. They still need to work at the defensive end on getting some stops, but offensively, they're on the right track.
Blake with it, guarded by Robinson. Pass to Bynum. Connects from in close.
You can't let them get that close to the hoop if you're the defense. Come on.
And here is Robinson. And O'Neal backs in. Fades away. Blocked. Barnes with it. Leads him with the pass. Here's Brown. Good. And the assist goes to Blake. Brown's got his first points of the game. A difficult situation for Boston. They trail by 14. Outside Robinson. From deep. No good. Here are the Lakers. They're on an 11-3 run right now. Now Barnes. Brown kicks to Gasol. The baseline Jay. Again the Lakers.
Fourth quarter with a double-digit lead. It doesn't get much better than that.
And here are the Celtics now. It's a 16-point game. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're down by 16. 2:44 left in the game. Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Allen. Covered by Barnes. Poked away. It stays here. Here's Rondo. Jacks up the triple.
He's been AWOL this quarter. When his team is down and in need of some scoring from him, he hasn't shown up. You know, normally that shot is cash money, ATM time. But this was one of the very rare times where it didn't fall for him.
Here's Blake. Just 5 on the clock. Let's go with a 3. And that one's good.
Passion for the game. They're putting on a clinic out there.
And here's Rondo. 1:59 left in the fourth. Now a timeout called by Boston. Kendrick Perkins, he's checked in for Boston. Pierce comes in for Nate Robinson. Here's Rondo. Guarded by Blake. Allen outside. They need this. Again, Allen missing.
He's got to break out of this slump if his team wants a chance to win.
Blake with it. Allen is whistled for reaching in. And that'll be his third foul so far.
That's not a good play right there. I mean, that's the fourth team foul, and you're right on the brink of putting your team in the penalty.
Blake with it. He's covered by Rondo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Brown. And again, it's the Lakers.
Way to close out an opponent. Kevin, I think we're done here.
And here we go with Rajon Rondo. It's dumped off behind the arc. That's good from Allen on the assist by Rondo.
Fast break left the defense scrambling to react, and they couldn't get to him in time.
Here are the Lakers. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Garnett, right side.
When someone's being that careless and sloppy with the ball, they're begging for it to be taken.
Here's Pierce. That one laid up and in off the glass.
Right now, he's just too good, Kevin. Way too good. They need to bring a second defender and try to make him give up the ball.
Brown against Allen. Here's Ratliff. Rips it down and draws the foul. He'll have a chance for a 3-point play. Garnett. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Jermaine O'Neal is checked in for the Celtics. And the Celtics making a change here. Scalabrini's checked in. The Lakers making a switch here. No good, and they don't get the three-point play. And here are the Celtics now. They trail by 18. Allen shoots from the corner. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo.
He drew the D in and then kicked it out to the open man.
The Lakers controlling the game. 16-point lead. Here's Blake to the wing. Bynum covered by Perkins. Perkins against Bynum. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Ratliff. Can't cash in from the high post. Fades back. The shot by Pierce will not go. Now Arteta. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
Well, it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Brand Player of the Game, Kobe Bryant.